morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today, what I have planned for you is we are going to talk curriculums. Now, if you have even considering homeschooling, or you're 100% sure that this is what you want to do, this is just to give you advice and ideas on how to go about it, because sometimes, it's new and challenging and we don't really know how to go about homeschooling our children. So I wanted to talk about different approach of homeschooling and also the curriculums that goes with the approach that you decide to take. I'm going to start with the traditional approach. This is more like a school settings approach. The lessons are a bit lengthy sometimes. I've used it for my oldest. Well, actually, I've used it for all of my kids, but my oldest is the one who used it the longest, and I'm going to explain why. He had a better retention. He was capable at a very young age to sit down and do tons and tons of pages of school, and that would not bother him. Yeah, he liked it. So that was the way he learned, his personality. It worked well for him for a little while. So we used two curriculums in that time. The first one was Abeka. Now, Abeka is great because if you want to start with a curriculum and stick with that curriculum from kindergarten all the way to grade 12, you can. So from kindergarten to grade 12, Abeka offers that. They are very good with phonics. They were just really good to learn a routine, to establish a routine, to teach your children, okay, this is time to do school. Let's sit down, learn them how to sit. And I found, as far as price goes, I haven't looked into what it is now. When I started the little grades, it was affordable for us at the time. The other one that we used was Horizon. Horizon is another traditional curriculum, I think, anyway. That is, they have from kindergarten, I think, all the way to 6th grade. Now, I don't know if they have higher grades because I've never used it that far ahead, that far along. So I'm not really sure if they have anything past that time. But we've used Horizon. I've actually used Horizon for my oldest all the way up till the 5th grade. So as far as traditional curriculum, Abeka and Horizon are definitely, in my opinion, those traditional aspects that you could use for homeschooling. There are good things about them, but there's also things that didn't work necessarily for our family anyway. Would I recommend it? Yes, because I think they're really good, strong curriculums, education purposes and all that stuff. It all depends on what fit for your family. Now, the next approach that I like about homeschooling that we used as a family and still use today is the unit study. Now, there's different companies that offers unit study, and I'm going to explain a little bit of what unit study is. What I like about this approach is definitely if you have multiple kids, you teach the lesson to all of your children, and then they go and do the work lessons that comes with the student books, all at their own level. So it works well if you have more than one children that you're homeschooling. I've used Gather Around Homeschool, and I like that they use that gather around because all the kids gather around. The mom reads the lesson, she teaches the lesson, and then they all go and do their own workbook, depending on where they're at. And they have from pre-early readers all the way to high school. So we've used them, and we really liked it. It's really good I found my preference is for my younger children in that area for unit study. My oldest is in high school now. Sometimes he'll participate with us, but I found for younger children it was really fun because they have hands-down activities. They have worksheets that they do during that week. Like the Creepy Crawlies unit that we've done, they had to go and find a bug and, explore the world of outside. So it's really hands-down, and it's more not necessarily sitting down with your lesson and just just being there and doing the lesson, just writing all the time. It's a little bit more hands-on activity, and my children really likes that. So we do that often. So we've done a few of those unit studies. There's also the mini units. Those are like if you want to do a Christmas unit, Easter units, those like for holiday specials, they have unit, and they're smaller lessons, smaller units, obviously less lessons. So we've used those as well. So Gather Around Homeschool was definitely, is definitely one that we still buy today. Another approach that we've done also in the past, this is more in the science studies, it's Apologia. Apologia, I hope I'm saying that right. Let's not forget I am French, but Apologia curriculums, they have really good Christianity-based curriculums that we've used in the past that we're still using today. So this is also a great resources if you want to do science with your children. They can be a bit lengthy and a lot of big words sometimes that younger kids might not necessarily understand. So I just make it a bit more kid friendly. But as far as the information and the accuracy, I really like it. So we've used those as well for science with my children in the past and still on today. The Good and the Beautiful have I just love their curriculums. The graphic, the color, they have art, drawings in there it's really, they have done a fantastic job with how it looks. It's amazing. We're using the Good and the Beautiful for my oldest. He's doing his language art curriculum, and we started this in grade 6, I believe, and now he's doing the high school one. I have personally never done the kindergarten younger grades, but I do know they have curriculums for kindergarten, language art and math, and they're just so colorful, and I don't know, you just have to go and check it out for yourself. They are very, very nicely done. So I do recommend the Good and the Beautiful for, and they also have science unit study. Now, I've personally never have purchased one, but I have heard so many good reviews about them. So definitely check out the Good and the Beautiful. And last but not least, my children are a fan of Master Books curriculums. I've been using Master Books for a while now. My youngest children have used Master Books since since second grade, if I am not mistaken. That's when we started using Master Books. Now, with my children, I needed to find a way to help them more in their reading. And what I love about Master Books is it is story-based. So you read a story every week, and based on that story, there are lessons. And you do lessons based on the story and what you learned and what you read. And what I love about it is not too lengthy. It is simple, to the point of what you need to learn. And it really did help my children read. And there's also a poem, and it is definitely Bible based curriculum. So you do read Bible stories with that. We've been using Master Books for years now, and I just love that approach. I love that it's simple. It's one page a day, or sometimes 2, depending on how the lesson is. There's also all kinds of hands-down activities in the back of the book. It's very visual, and it doesn't take too long to do. So, because let's face it, when you homeschool with your children, some curriculums can take a long time. And if you have a lot of subjects that you want to cover, it seems like your day are never ending. And that's one thing that I didn't want my children to be sitting 8 hours a day. So Master Books is really good for that. And you can always add extra. That's definitely up to you and how you want your family to, function and all that stuff. That's definitely up to what you are looking for with your family and how you want your children to learn. We add all kinds of things. We do reading baskets, so there's always extra reading. And also, when it comes to teaching younger children, I didn't necessarily use curriculums when I first started homeschooling. It was mostly through games that I've taught my children, to fun stuff like coloring and cutting and all those, painting. It was play, and I wanted them to enjoy learning with fun and activities. And so we've done mostly that. Learning outside. Homeschooling can be so much fun if you just relax a little bit. You can do school anywhere. You can learn in the library, you can learn in your own backyard. All those things that you can learn while you're teaching your children. So when they're little, this is just an advice from me, and it's completely up to you. Just let them be little children and enjoy them learning through play, board games. I think, it's just wonderful to see them grow and learn so much, because they love it when at that age. Because when don't worry, they'll get into books soon enough on that point that they'll have to sit down and do long lessons. And, my high schooler's there. He's in high school, and it's definitely not the same as when you're little. Don't steal away those precious moments for them to really love learning. I think it's really important. So hopefully this vlog has helped you or give you an idea of different curriculums out there and what approach you think or you're considering taking for homeschooling your family. And trust me, there are many, many more curriculums out there. This is just a few that I have personally experienced, that we have used in the past. So that's why I'm sharing them with you. And I will, all of these curriculums can be found at christianbooks.com. I will put that link down below, and the masterbooks.com is also there. I will put all the links below of where the curriculums that I found can be purchased. So on that note, I do hope this was helpful to you and your family in thinking of homeschooling and the approach of teaching and curriculums. These are all things that are going to make your homeschool life the best years of your life. Homeschooling, for me and my family, is the best decision we've ever made. So I do encourage every mom out there if they do, just go for it. Try it. All the secular activities that you can do with your children and accommodate with your schedule, it's just amazing. So you guys have a wonderful week, and we will talk very, very soon.